Hey guys, this is Rod again. I've got another D&D attack wing game for you. 200 points again. That's what we like to play. Evil versus good. This time I am evil and Jay is good. And we've got all different creatures from last week. Unfortunately, there was some camera error during this game. I decided it's not quite bad enough to justify just not putting up the video. I think you'll see that the action of the game is still perfectly understandable. It's just one creature who kind of flew off screen for a while and didn't do anything important. So hopefully you'll still find the game interesting and enjoyable. Another thing to note is I am going to be voiceovering the whole game. We didn't have any X-Wing players this time, but due to them not being there, you can now definitely hear the store music throughout the whole audio track. You can hear Sultans of Swing quite clearly. So to avoid any nuisance with automated takedown notices or whatever, I just voice over the whole game. So that's happening. But that's enough of that. Let's take a look at the lists. So here's my evil force. I've got the Chimera Predator, pretty straightforward attacker with his breath weapon and multi-attack ability, Demonic Assault. I've got Arbaeatrus, the Ancient White Dragon, with Cold Breath, his breath weapon and close quarters, and Mirror Image are all pretty standard. And I also put this Wing Attack and Wing Storm to try to get some 360-degree attacking ability on him, just to see how that worked. I've never done it before, and you'll see during the game how that works out. Finally, I've got Sycorax the Harpy with her captivating song, Wicked Tongue, and control sort of debuff abilities, and alertness is a little defensive bonus. And then Seti Ram the hieracosphinx, who has both Pounce and Rake, giving him a lot of attacks at range 1, making him an aggressive attacker. He's also got Perfidious Gaze to use as a, what would you call it, sort of a control attack suppression ability if need be. And he's got Evasive Maneuvers as just a one-shot defensive bonus to keep him on the table a little longer. And now here's Jay. He's got the aarakocra squadron, the troops with their summon air elemental ability, throw out a little really aggravating attacker who does penetrating damage. He's got Bellatorus, the Pegasus, new to our table, with Milo Timberheart, the ranger, riding on the Pegasus, given her the ability to do a target action and given her an extra attack every round in her forward arc. And the deep red Ironstone is giving her an extra defense die, so that's 4 instead of 3 agility dice, I should say. Sarpiel, the Angel, Movanic Diva Angel, I guess they call it, is a build he likes with stacking a bunch of attack dice bonuses with the Battle Axe and Holy Warhammer. Of course, he knew I was playing Evil, and Soaring Assault gives him an extra die on the charge when he's in the air. And Furious Blow is a one-time bonus of 2 dice. And then finally, Seavart, the Ancient Brass Dragon. Fire Breath, Searing Flames for a little extra damage after he breathes. Human Paladin gives him a little extra attack in melee. And Disintegrate is, of course, the most powerful attack spell in the game, I believe. And works well with Seavart, whose ability lets him exhaust himself to take an extra action, so he can take that target token to be able to cast Disintegrate and take a Concentrate, so if he gets some eyes, he can convert them. And those are the lists. Let's see how they do. Okay, here we are at the top of round 1, and what you're going to see happening here is Jay is going to pretty much wrong foot me by coming out aggressively. We play a lot, and I'm so used to him, sneaking forward cautiously on round 1. We have a staring match at the end of round 1, and then round 2 is when we actually get into the action. And that's what I sort of strategized around, to the extent that I strategized. But he comes out aggressively with these aarakocra and puts this air elemental right in my face, and I really failed to respond appropriately to that. I knew that was going to happen. I watched him play a game with this list like right before we recorded this, but my brain just basically refused to get out of its rut, and so you're gonna see me just sort of walk into this exchange and take it in the face. Seti Ram is going to be too far out to attack or charm. Sycorax is going to be too far out to captivating song usefully or wicked tongue usefully, and it's just going to be rough for me. Let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit and look at the final positions for this round and watch the combat. You'll, in terms of the action decisions, I mean, people have targets or whatever they have. So here we have Sycorax moving into place, ending the activation phase. She takes a dodge. Our Beatrice has mirror image up, is what that token is, and I think I've got targets on. I've got a target on the Chimera, and I've got a target on Seti Ram, which is not useful at all in this situation. Sycorax has taken a wild bow shot at the Brass Dragon. I could have probably shot at the Angel. I think I actually had range 4 on him, but I wasn't sure. And I'm rolling no damage on that dragon. So now we're going to move to our Beatrice. I'm debating whether to do the Cold Breath because I don't have a target token to fix dice and really make it strong. But you'll see what I do is decide to go ahead and take the Cold Breath attack. And I get a pretty decent roll. It's going to be... Here comes the roll. And it's hitting 2 crits. And the hits going down are double damage, and he's actually going to flip that. That was panicked, but he's actually going to flip that as the double damage card, and then he ends up with deep wound is what that other crit is going to be. Sorry. We're going to do Seabart's Breath Weapon. He's going to get Chimera, White Dragon, not quite Harpy. He's got Fire Breath, not Flame Breath, so he's doing the cone. And he is going to catch his own Air Elemental. And our Beatrice took a lot of hits in the face from this. It was 4 hits, 1 crit. I mirror imaged that down to 3 hits. So that mirror image is going to spare me from looking at a nasty face-up card, and it potentially could keep me alive for through another attack. Obviously, we'll find out. Well, obviously, I know because I'm recording this after the fact, but mirror image, never a bad idea. I think everybody agrees on that, and I think we're getting ready to move on. And here comes the roll on the Chimera, and this is, he's going to pick up his target token and pretty much roll hits on all these dice. I think 1 crit, and Chimera is no defense dice, and he's just dead. He's going to get his Breath Weapon this round, but he had his Demonic Assault multi-attack ability, and I really wanted to see that go off, but he's just not going to get a chance to do much this game. Here's the roll on the Air Elemental. We're going to see 3 hits or 2 hits and a crit, and we have a procedural error here since the Air Elemental does have defense dice, and Jay forgot to roll it. I didn't even think about it, so we killed the Air Elemental this turn without a defense dice roll, so that's unfortunate. then Pegasus, I think he does have the rider, Milo Timberheart, but I think he decided he was not quite within 4, I guess. So we're doing the Angels, also not quite within 4. Sorry, 3. He has a javelin that throws at range 3, so he did not have range. And so we're doing the Chimera's breath weapon, and he's going to roll a target there. I think we're going to get two more hits on Sievart. That puts Sievart at, I think he's at 6 right there, so 1 more damage is going to kill him. And that other dice roll was for the air elemental, but it's not really. He decided to just not bother putting the cards out since it's already dead, due to our error. And I'm measuring from the aarakocra, but that's actually not. That's actually not a legal attack. The aarakocra can't attack themselves on the turn they put out the air elemental, so we're just doing the air elemental attacks right now. And he is going to attack, I believe, our Beatrice is his first target. In a second here. We're sweeping the Chimera. And that's going to put, I think that was a crit and a hit on our Beatrice, or was it a hit? 2 hits, maybe. Then we've got SETI Ram dodging, I think all but one damage card. Yeah, I put it face up at first, but it's actually face down. Or it might have been like a disarm or something like that. I can't recall. Something that you just automatically flip face down if you're not playing that type of upgrade thing. So round 2, aarakocra moving forward. I assume he's going to try to get some kind of attack off with them, but troops are just really in a problematic situation when they're facing big area attackers or multi-attackers like SETI Ram is going to turn out to be, because they have to pull their casualties off right away, and it immediately reduces their attack dice, which frankly is just terrible for them. And supposedly we're going to see some upgrades that are going to turn things around for troops in upcoming sets, possibly in the Temple of Elemental Evil OP event, and hopefully that will provide them with a fix that makes taking troops more viable. We saw the Pegasus move forward a little here. He's taken a target, I believe, is what that is, and Milo Timberheart, his rider, is what gives him the ability to make a target action, because it is not on his action bar. Sievart coming forward, looking for some bites. And he's got the concentrate. That's right, he cleared exhaustion by doing the 1 forward, so he put out a concentrate. He actually, we skipped some footage because we had some rules discussion, but there's also a target and an exhaustion token hiding behind Sievart's big flappy wing there. And it looks like we also, while we were having that rules discussion, I accidentally bumped the zoom. So as you can see, the frame has zoomed in a little tighter, and we're losing the Pegasus a little. And we're going to lose Sycorax. There's a charge token on, Sarpiel, the Angel. There goes SETI Ram. He is going to believe we're gonna have him charge and get those dice. At this point, I was thinking, well, he's gonna be taking these attacks from the Pegasus, 2 3-dice attacks, but I decided the chance to get 5 attacks into these aarakocra with my pounce and rake upgrades was just couldn't pass them up. No, that's a target. I took a target instead of a charge. I think because I just was not thinking clearly about how you want to play characters with that kind of creatures with that kind of capability. And our Beatrice zooms past Sivart. I anticipated that would happen. I just wanted to get out of. I figured Sivart and Sarpiel were going to be coming in for our Beatrice, and he was going to expect our Beatrice to be blocked. But I had plenty of movement to get over his base. And Sycorax here is looking at being in the line of fire of some pretty heavy attacks, so she is going to faint off camera, but out of the arcs of these 2 creatures, and that's going to give her an exhaustion token. Also off camera, again, I apologize for this error. That's why I'm going to release this as game 1.75 instead of game 2. Like I said, I'm pretty much a video amateur, and it's just coming along slowly. But I think we're having Sycorax roll a bow attack on. Sorry, I'm not sure what. Oh, here's we're doing the tail. Oh, that's right. I'm doing Wingstorm. So I had that Wingstorm upgrade. So I'm checking to see who I can get in this Wingstorm radius. And it's going to be one of these aarakocra and the dragon and the angel. And I believe I rolled on the dragon first. My preference is to see, yeah, picking up everything. And I think that was a hit and a crit. In any case, it was enough to pull Sivart off the table this round, at the end of this round. Not sure why Jay is rolling attack dice. Procedural error there. Now I'm rolling on Sarpiel. I think here comes the defense dice. I think I got 1 hit and he defended it easily. And now I'm trying to pull one of these aarakocra off, and I was measuring to see if I could get 2, or I was going to measure, but it was pretty obvious I could only get 1. And there he goes. So what's coming next is Seti Ram eating a bunch of aarakocra. There goes one from the bite attack, and he's just going to work his way through 3 more of these guys, and I'm going to forget the target token if I had remembered. Well, this last guy is out of his arc anyway, so I don't think there was anything more that I could have done against this unit. I think this last guy standing would have been out of my arc. So he's making some defense rolls, but that one got rid of that guy. And I'm just checking arc. Maybe I did have that last guy. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I did have both of these guys in my arc. And so if I had targeted that double blank roll right there, you saw I could have wiped the entire unit in one turn with the help of our Beatrice's Wingstorm. As it is, one aarakocra left standing is not going to accomplish very much. And, so it will come to pass, as you'll see. So now oh, that was the morale check. That's right, I did not kill that guy, but he made a morale check because he lost his point soldier for the remaining soldiers, and came up with a crit hit, and that pulled another soldier off. I'm not totally sure if we resolved that exactly correctly. I can't remember where the point soldier was or the exact procedure, but I think the result would have been much the same if we had resolved it correctly. If we did, assuming we didn't. So now I believe he's going to be rolling for. Let's take a look. I think that was the Pegasus. Yeah, because he's got the Pegasus, his 3 dice regular attack, and his 3 dice attack from Milo Timberheart. And it looks like my armor just took the first attack. And I'm going to make a defense roll on the second attack. And I think take 1 more damage, or... No, I think I'm not clear what happened there. And now Seavard is going to tail whip our Beatrice. And so I think we're going to see a double kill here, if I recall the game correctly. And there's the target. And there's the concentrate. And that is, in fact, going to be, I think he once again maxed out his attack dice. And so that was the, 4 hits and a crit or something like that. That was killing damage on our Beatrice. And this little aarakocra is going to throw his javelin at Seti Ram. And I think there's a target, and it looks like he got the hero crit there, forcing me to make a defense roll. Here I'm realizing I should have charged instead of taking that target token. No, it looks like he didn't make me make a defense roll after all. It must not have been a crit. And dragon's coming off, and we're going to go to dials. Alright, here's our round 3. Already a very bloody game. We've got the aarakocra doing a turnaround, I believe. One lonely aarakocra, hoping for a crit hit on his javelin. And both of Jay's Angel turning around. Just as a reminder, my harpy is still floating around off the camera on the bottom of your screen here. And once again, I apologize for that error. That's why I'm not really calling this an official game 2. Even though it was, I felt, a pretty exciting game as we were playing it with a lot of twists and turns. It's just a shame that this camera error happened. Pegasus is going to bump there. I think he was thinking he was going to get a little more of a better angle than he did. And I forget what I think he took it. I want to say maybe a dodge token. Sphinx is coming back around. That's going to exhaust him. It's very tiring to do those mid-air turnarounds. You've really got to work to flap those wings. That's color commentary, folks. Yeah, boy. And we're moving Sycorax. I'm trying to think. At this point, I think I had just moved her 2 forward. You can sort of see just the very edge of her wing there. I want to say that's what that is. But I had moved her forward. I had anticipated the angel coming around and being exhausted, so I just wanted to make sure I moved her forward out of range 2 of the angel. And it was pretty tight, but what I mean is it was a borderline case. If you weren't good at eyeballing distances, you might be worried. Yeah, and here we're measuring that angel's attack right there. He's got the only potential attack on the board. He's attacking with his javelin. He was not in range to get his big dice frost hammer or holy hammer frost axe combo off. We've got 2 hits on those dice, and we've got dodges on my dice. You'll see I used that alertness to roll an extra dodge die, so I did get to use that upgrade. And then we are out of range for the aarakocra's javelin, and neither of our other creatures had an attack, so we're going back to dials already. And here's our round 4. We're going to have the aarakocra zip forward. Not sure what I kind of forgot about what this aarakocra was doing. I mean, you know, he's not going to accomplish very much, so I wasn't really worried about him at all. What can you do? Here's the 2 forward. So you're not going to see the harpy for much longer. He moved 2 forward, cleared the exhaustion, so he could take a charge. I did a 3 turnaround, you're going to see in a minute, because I factored that he could move 2 forward and clear exhaustion, but for some reason I didn't factor in that he was going to charge, and that was going to get him the range he needed to get my harpy in the sights of his big attack, and that's going to put paid to the harpy. His Pegasus is going to dodge. He thought that I would not end up inside his arc. I believe it's going to turn out that I didn't. I'm doing the harpy right now. Sorry. I'm talking about how I'm going to get killed by Sarpiel, and pointing with my middle finger, which is a bad habit that I can't seem to break. So here's the Sphinx dial, and he's going to do a little light curve there, coming into the, and he's going to clear the exhaustion, and I'm going to think about whether I want to feint out of that Pegasus's arc. But if I'm not mistaken, I decided to stand and take the hits, I want to say. Let's see what I do. Any day now, me. So yes, charge token, I did indeed decide to just take the hits in exchange for the opportunity to do massive damage. And now the harpy is going to shoot her bow at Sarpiel, and if I recall correctly, anything on that? No, nothing. I feel like he picked up a damage from somewhere, but not that turn, I guess. So now we're doing tons and tons of attacks on the Pegasus. Off camera, conveniently, but great. He's gonna dodge out of, I think, most of the damage from that first one. I think 1 damage did get through, but I'm gonna have some lucky pounces and rakes here, and he's just and that was a 3 blank. That was a 3 blank dodge roll, if I'm not mistaken. It's a little off the screen, but that's going to get him to within an inch of his life, and then I'm going to finish him off with the... I feel like this roll finished him off, but I went ahead and did a couple more rolls to see if I could get a stunned crit on him to stop him from counterattacking. Let's take a look. A little slow going finishing up. This should be the last roll. Don't think I got anything on that last roll. So what we'll be seeing now is, I can't recall if he decided to do the Angel first. We'll know if he... No, it looks like he's doing the Pegasus first. Oh yeah, he wanted to see the Pounce and Rake cards. And who can blame him? It's it's a lot of dice, a lot of dice. But that's not the, as I was saying after the game, that's not the first time there has been a lots of dice combo in the game. I don't think Jay follows the BGG forums for D&D Attack Wing, so I don't think he's seen some of the crazier Quilindric Guitar, Close Quarters, Haste, Bigby's Hand, Paladin builds. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and resolve the Angel's charge on the Harpy, and that is going to be within range 2, and we're going to go ahead and this unfortunate situation with one of the creatures being off the camera is going to get resolved here pretty quickly, I believe, as he rolls a big old pile of attack dice. He rolled eight attack dice, 3 plus 1 for charge, plus 2 for Holy Warhammer. Wait, am I missing something? He had soaring attack. Oh, and plus 1 for the frost axe. So soaring attack, frost axe, hammer, charge token. Works out to 8 dice. And clean whiff on the defense dice. Those are 2 eyeballs there, and I had no concentrate token. The Harpy can't concentrate, actually, and she will come off the table after this. What we're looking at here is see if we have an arc on the aarakocra, and I think it was close, but I just let him have it because, you know, fair's fair. I guess that was a blank. So no, you're not saving the day this time, aarakocra. Pegasus comes off, Harpy comes off, and we are going back to dials. Here's our round 5. aarakocra is, I think, going to just poke forward to clear that exhaustion. And he's going to land. Yeah, he's landing to get ready to turn around, and I think we're going to see a dodge token pop next to this little guy. Not that I would attack him unless he was the only thing in my line of fire, or in my forward arc, whatever you want to say. This turn I'm going to angle to get a. Yeah, the angel is coming in. He's doing a 2. Hard 2 to the left, and I was expecting him to sort of come in on that angle. So I'm going to try to get myself into position to get an attack on him from outside of his arc. And right here, I'm just looking at the options. I'm thinking about charging to get all those attack dice on him, but then he's going to get a bunch of attack dice on me because I'm going to charge into his forward arc. So I'm trying to decide, you know, safe attack, less chance of sticking a damage, or bigger attack, but a fairly decent chance that he's going to kill me after I kill him, and then the aarakocra is going to be the last creature standing, and Jay wins the game. So, what I ultimately decided here was that I was not really willing to take that risk, and I was going to go ahead and just take a safe attack from range 2, which I think this turned out to be range 2, or maybe it's range 3. I still have not placed an action token yet. I think I'm just shooting the breeze about my thought process about the situation with Jay, trying to measure in my head there. So this is a little confusing, but it looks like I was just about to do this charge, and fortunately I decided to pull that off, not put that token out there, and I'm putting a target token out there instead. So I did indeed decide to do the safe bite from range 2, and it looks like I had the range. And this is, I think I see a hitting the crit on the dice. I can't quite tell what that die at the bottom of the screen was, and I can't remember. The only thing I really remember for sure, okay, then I'm putting all the dice onto the screen, so it looks like he clean avoided that roll with his evade dice and his dodge token. So here's our round 5. Let's see what. We're a little early here. There we go. And the aarakocra is coming into an attack position, trying to anticipate where the Sphinx is going to be, so he can throw that javelin. He is trying hard, and I think we're going to see him take a target token. There we go. And Sarpiel coming in for the face-to-face with a charge, of course, and it looks like I believe I decided to just go ahead, and I sort of knew there was no getting out of this one, so I got a little bit of an angle, and but I definitely committed to this being the round that we're gonna just go head-to-head at it. So I think we're gonna see me putting a charge token down here. Yes, correct. Plunk it down like it was money. Alright. And here comes some dice. So 5 dice off the bite, and there's the, fortunately off the screen, but I believe he just clean dodged whatever I had on that. I'm trying to recall what these rolls were. I think I can't remember if I had 1 damage on the. I don't think I had 1 damage on the angel before. I think this this sequence of attacks put 1 damage on the angel, perhaps. Actually, thinking about it again, I believe I did have 1 damage on him before, and then this series of attacks, I just put I put a shatter critical on him. That I'm going to reference later in the video, but I believe this is actually where that shatter critical landed on him, and that's going to be important. So we're done with that attack, and we're about to get ready for Sarpiel's big attack. I'm just stitching some audio together to keep you company. I had some erroneous commentary that I'm having to record over, but let's go into the attack. Looks like it's happening. His big... It's going to be 10 dice this time, because he's got the charge, Holy Warhammer Frost Axe, Soaring Attack. I think it's called Soaring Attack. I can't remember that upgrade. But he's also popping the Furious Blow upgrade to add an additional 2 dice. Unfortunately, he only got, I believe, a hit and 2 crits out of that, and I discarded my evasive maneuvers to roll 3 extra defense dice, and pretty much blanked out his attack roll. And that's why I'm not usually a fan of these big tons of dice attack strategies. I really just feel like penetrating is the way to go when you can get it. Now, to be fair, the Sphinx only has 1 armor, so if those dice had come up lucky, I mean, he could have killed the Sphinx, absolutely. But I just feel like I so rarely see them come up really lucky. And aarakocra with no damage. And here's our round 6. Here's the aarakocra. I'm going to just try to be somewhere where he can keep throwing his javelin, he hopes. And we might see a little target token there. I'm not, could be a target, could be a dodge, I'm not sure about that. The angel is... there we go, doing his turnaround, getting around behind my Sphinx. And we're going to have the Sphinx also turn around and We are going to start the joust again. No attacking the Sphinx. No, I'm sorry, he's going to eat this aarakocra. What was I thinking? And killed on the bite, but I think I went ahead and rolled the attack dice for the remainder of them, just looking to see if I got a crit that would, a stunned crit to keep him from rolling his one die. And I just sort of didn't worry about like I pulled a crit on the last roll, so I had him roll his 3 dice against that, and he didn't have to take the crit, so just a little thing to see if I could squeeze a tiny little advantage. Might be petty, but you never know. What if that aarakocra threw his javelin, got a crit, stunned me? The game could be different. If you can stun an aarakocra, stun an aarakocra. That is what I always say. And I think we found that the angel's javelin was gonna fall just a little short. No, okay, he got it. He got it range 3. No, I'm sorry, that's the aarakocra's javelin. Right, because I didn't, in fact. And he rolled an eyeball targeted to a blank. So here's round 7, and we are both expecting this to be the last round, I think, one way or the other. He's just headed straight in to try to challenge me directly and block me from getting out of his forward arc. But what I'm going to do, and he's got his charge, of course, par for the course. What I'm going to do, though, is take this slanty attack route in, because what I'm planning, and I sort of saw this coming, what I'm planning to do here is feint, as you can see, and then this feint is going to take me out of his forward arc, and I'm still going to get a little bit of a line on the back of his base. And right now I'm just fidgeting with the model, trying to get like the trying to get the feint exactly right, because I don't want to accidentally be in his forward arc and have to face a double kill situation. Although I have the higher level creature, so I would win a double kill situation. I wouldn't win a single kill situation if he killed me, though, so why take the attacks if you don't need to? Am I right? Yes, of course I'm right. And there, sorry, that was a little arrogant. And there's the bite roll, which I think maybe that put 1 more damage on him. He should already have that shattered crit on him. If he doesn't, then that might have been where the shattered crit happened. Once again, I feel bad that I accidentally zoomed the camera in. It's an unfortunate error. We might have had those. We would have had the Angels damage cards on the screen if I had not. I'm pointing out that shattered crit to him. And, now I'm going to make my pounce attack, and I believe that pounce, he's not going to dodge this. Look at those blanks. And that is going to end the game. There's the handshake. So that was the game. I just want to add a little coda here to say I was a little disappointed that the Harpy didn't get to do any of her special abilities. And the Sphinx yet never used his charm ability. His ability to attack and attack and attack was just so overwhelmingly appropriate to the situation that I never charmed. If I had him up against the dragon, I would have maybe used the charm there. I do like the idea that these videos would be giving people an opportunity to see the different kinds of strategies and different kinds of upgrades in action. And I do think all these sort of control and debuff upgrades, I've used them to, I think, good effect, and they definitely have a place in the game. And hopefully we'll get a chance to see some more control, more debuffing, that kind of strategy in future games. So I'm going to think about that. But I hope if you watched this far, you enjoyed the game, and hopefully we'll be coming back with more next week. So long and happy dragoning, breathing fire. You know what I'm trying to say. I'll see you next time.